This morning to talk about apps. Our apps teams have been busy updating both our creativity and productivity apps, and these are the biggest updates ever. So let's get started with iLife. This is the amazing apps that let you do great things with your movies, your music, and your photos. And we've got brand new versions of iPhoto, iMovie, and GarageBand, all redesigned to take advantage of iOS 7. And we've got brand new versions for the Mac, designed to harness the power of Mavericks. They're all 64-bit, so you get fast performance, and of course they're integrated with iCloud. Now we don't have time to go through all of the new features, but I want to highlight just a few. Let's take a look at iPhoto. Browsing your photos has never been faster or smoother than now, thanks to 64 bits. And if you've got iOS, iPhoto has got a brand new look. It's clean, it's beautiful, it's a great way to enjoy your favorite photos and albums. Now, photo books have been hugely popular, but they've only been available on the Mac. Well, now we're bringing it to iPad. And with iPhoto, it lays out your book, and with multi-touch, you can easily move your photos around or change the pages to make them look exactly like you want. It then uploads it to Apple, we print it, and we send you a beautiful coffee table book right to your home, and all of this right on your iPad. So a great update to iPhoto for both Mac and iOS. And we've got an amazing new version of iMovie with a ton of cool new features. We've completely redesigned it, make it cleaner, simpler for iOS 7, making it easy to browse and share your videos with your family and friends. You don't need to create a project, you don't need to edit, you can just select and tap share. But of course, iMovie lets you take your videos and create incredible movies. And we are bringing desktop class effects that let you speed up or change the speed of the video to picture-in-picture, all on an iPhone or an iPad. On the Mac, we have a new design. Makes it even better to browse your library and share your favorite moments. And of course, it's really easy to speed up or slow the video, which is great for the high frame rate video that you capture on your iPhone 5S. We've got a new cool feature called iMovie Theater. And this is like having a private screening room right in iMovie. It takes all of your movies, your trailers, and your shared clips and puts them in a single place for you to see. And because it's integrated with iCloud, when you create a movie on your iPhone, it's automatically available across all of your devices. And of course, even on Apple TV. Next, GarageBand. This is the most popular music creation app in the world. And like iPhoto and iMovie, it's getting an all-new look for iOS 7. We're going from 8 tracks to 16 tracks. And if you have a 64-bit device, you can now do up to 32 tracks of music. So 32 tracks on an iPhone or iPad, it's incredible. Your favorite album was probably created in 24 tracks. On the Mac, we've got a new look, new design, and a new sound library that gives something for everyone, whether you play the keyboard or need a killer guitar amp. But there's one cool feature that I'd like to show you right now, and I'd like to bring up Xander Zorin up to show you.
Thanks, Eddie. Good morning, everyone. I'm just thrilled to be able to show you the brand new GarageBand. Now, thanks to iCloud support, you can start a song on your Mac or even your iPhone or iPad, and you'll always have access to the latest version. So here we have a little song idea, and it's built around a guitar riff. Why don't we open it up from iCloud, and let's give it a listen. Okay, I think that has some promise. What would make it a lot more exciting is some killer drums. Now, there's a great feature in GarageBand called Drummer, and it gives you a virtual session player that will play along with your songs, but takes your direction. And it's really fun, really easy to use. To use Drummer, you just go and create a new track, and in addition to all the options you've had before in GarageBand, like your software instruments, audio recordings, guitar amps, now you can create a drummer track. And when I do that, it starts me off with Kyle. along with a set of these performance controls that's going to let me tell and shape Kyle what I want him to play. So the next time I hit the space bar, Kyle's going to start jamming along with the song until I tell him to do something different. So let's check this out. So that's a little tame. Why don't we grab this puck here and increase the energy and complexity. Okay, that's more like it. And we can change the drum that he plays on. We can have him go to the toms, or have him hit the crash cymbals. We can even crank up the fills for a really big finish. Okay, that's more rock and roll. Sounds way better. All right. So you probably noticed it sounds incredibly realistic because Drummer is powered by performances of some of the best session players in the world. So these are the same musicians that play with artists like Eric Clapton, Paul McCartney, and Adele. And if you ever want a different sound or a different style, you can just try out a different drummer. Now, every new Mac comes with GarageBand and a great set of starter content, including Kyle. And you can add 14 more drummers and a whole bunch of loops and instruments with a single in-app purchase. So what I'll do here is change to alternative, and you can see that we've got Nikki and Aiden. Let's check out Gavin and see what he brings to the song. Brings a whole different approach to the track. So you just play along until you find a drum groove that inspires you. So that's just a quick look at Drummer. It's one of the many new features in GarageBand, and musicians are going to love having these great drum grooves to play along with. Thank you.
Thanks, Xander.
Thanks.
That was awesome. I love GarageBand. So Drummer, just one of the hundreds of new features available in the new iLife. So amazing new versions for iOS, new versions for the Mac, and best of all, we're making them all free with the purchase of any new Mac or iOS device. And these updates are all available today. And that's iLife. We can't wait to see the amazing things that you're going to do with it. Now, our iWorks team has been hard at work at updating all of our productivity apps. Pages, Numbers, and Keynotes have all been redesigned to take full advantage of iOS 7. And on the Mac, we've completely rewritten them from the ground up. All brand new, the biggest updates of iWork ever. It's going to be great. The first thing is we've got full file compatibility. So now you can open a document on any of your devices or any of your platforms. Full file compatibility in iWork. And because it's 64-bit, it's never been faster. Now, you're also going to notice a brand new UI. And the best part of this is it's easier to do things while at the same time being more powerful. So let's take a look at Pages, for example. So I'm editing a document in Pages. The keyboard comes up. Now I get a new tool across the top that makes it easy for me to tap and just change the format of the text. On the Mac, we've got a new format panel on the right-hand side that's content sensitive. So it shows you the right tool based on what you're doing. So let's say, for example, I select some text. The panel on the side now lets me change the style, the font. If I change and now select an image, the panel switches and now I can change the arrangement, change the border. What's great about this is we're not cluttering the screens with a lot of controls like you see in other apps. We let you focus on the content you're creating. Numbers. We reinvented spreadsheets with numbers, and they're getting even better. You can create gorgeous spreadsheets with our free object-based design. And of course, they can have beautiful charts. But what's great is these charts can now be interactive. So you can see how your expenses are changing on a quarter-by-quarter basis. So a great update to Numbers. Next, Keynote, the gold standard of presentation apps. And we've got some incredible new effects and animations. Some of you may have noticed some this morning because we've actually been running the new Keynote in this presentation. We've added object-based animations so that you can do things like this right on an iPhone or iPad. And all of the transitions have been updated with more realistic physics, and we've got new ones. They're great, and best of all, they're even fun. No one lets you do what you can do with Keynote in any other app. And there's one more feature that I'd like to show you, and I'd like to invite Roger Rosner up.
Thank you, Eddie. Good morning. Super excited to show you folks the new iWork. So imagine I've been working on a poster for Eddie's new album. I'm going to fire up Pages here. Open up this gorgeous poster. We're just getting started.
It gets better.
What I love about these apps, they are the most powerful iWork apps we've ever made, but they're also the easiest to use. So I can click on an object, and you see my format panel, it updates, and it gives me just the controls I need for that particular object. We also have styles now for every kind of object, so I can just click there, select some text, choose a style. Really easy to make my document look just the way I want. And of course, it wouldn't be Pages if it didn't have awesome image handling. So I'm just going to drag in an even better photo.
You know, Roger, I was going to wear that shirt today. Almost.
Another really great feature we have is we've made it super easy to share documents with people. So I can click the Share button here in the toolbar, and we see a new menu, Share Link via iCloud. And I'm going to choose to email. And what it's done is create an email message for me, and it's just put a link to that document right in the body. I'm going to send it here to Eddie. What's really cool is when Eddie gets that link, he can just click on it, and the document opens right up in iWork for iCloud Beta. He can do it on any computer, a Mac or a PC. He doesn't need Pages installed. He doesn't even need an iCloud account. It just opens right up. Super easy to share documents. But let me show you something super, super cool. I'm going to move over to Safari here. You know, we introduced these iWork for iCloud beta apps just a few months ago, and millions of people have tried them, and we've just gotten off the charts feedback about how great they are. The number one piece of feedback we got in terms of feature requests was collaboration. So I am really proud to tell you today we are adding collaboration to iWork for iCloud. So I just opened that exact same document in Pages for iCloud, and here I have a Share button in the toolbar. It shows editing this document. Right now it's just me, but as soon as Eddie clicks that link I sent him, and there he is, now we're both editing the same document at exactly the same time.
I think we can definitely improve this, Roger. Let's go ahead and change the text. I want to go a little bit more modern here on my name, and we'll switch it down here also.
That's looking good, Eddie, but don't you think we ought to use your stage name?
No, Roger, you know, I have actually gone back to my third grade stage name. And let's go ahead. I've got this killer album, and I'm going to go ahead and name it.
All right, well, I have an even better photo on my computer here, and I'm just going to drag it in from the Finder. I'm going to move this text object up out of the way. What do you think?
That's awesome.
Thank you. That's the new iWork and the new iWork for iCloud. Thank you very much.
Wow is all I can say. Collaboration, just one of the hundreds of new features available in the new iLife. So now you can create your document on your iPad, edit it on your Mac, and even collaborate with a friend who's stuck on a PC. Now, others would have you spend a small fortune every year just to get their apps. But we want to do something bold, something that changes the rules of the game, and you know what's coming. We're taking all of these productivity apps and making them available for free with the purchase of Mac and iOS.